Hello, everyone. My name is Nuts, and welcome back to another wonderful little episode in my wonderful little world of Scroogle Um, if you watched the last episode, then you would know that this little episode is the finale to my Minecraft series, and therefore the finale to this channel. This will be the final video ever uploaded on this channel. There won't be any other shorts or other normal videos to come after this one. Um, and so it's kind of like a goodbye to Nuts. um, but this world is finally finished. At least the things that I wanted to complete are now completed. Uh, ooh. Oh, hey, man. Oh, we got a special guest even. Look at that, man. Hello. So me and my friend here are gonna give basically you guys all right, man. I did not look. I called you my friend. I didn't say you could hug me. But yeah, the premise of this episode will be that I will just give a tour of everything that I've built on this little shore. Just kind of recount and go through, you know, the Minecraft series as a whole. I did not expect some random pigman to come through. But we start here. This little piece of wood right here, this little wooden little shed here, is my first ever base. This is the base that I believe I started building in the first episode. This is it. I remember in a later episode I added this little second kind of like floor / little balcony type thing. Keep in mind that this lighthouse didn't always exist, so it was literally just this and this, like this little wooden structure. But eventually I did mention that I wanted to incorporate my shed into like a bigger build, and a lighthouse is what I chose. And so this is the rest of my OG base in here. Nothing. I've kind of stripped everything away. When I moved into the ship, I genuinely removed everything from this place. But we go down here and boom. Here's once again very barren. I didn't think the lighthouse needed much furnishing because it's a lighthouse. Though I think in real life, you know, I think lighthouse folk, what are they called? Like lighthouse keepers. I think lighthouse keepers usually live in the lighthouse. So, you know, maybe this should have been my little quarters, but oh well. You can climb up here and you can see the light. I remember I made a joke about the shroom lights being cancerous. You're exposed to them under here. Uh, but God, I'm saying so much. But yeah, this is the this is kind of the fenced off area of the lighthouse. You know, pretty all right. You can kind of see the nether portal from here. That's kind of cool. You can see a good amount of the world. While we're up here, I can actually kind of show in which order each thing was made. I believe the wheat field, the wheat little farm, was made first, like after this, right? Or at least completed first, because I believe the ship has always been around. I started like doing the outline of the ship since episode 2 or 3 or 4. But the wheat farm is definitely the first thing I did after the little shed, and then I did the tree farm that's through these trees, and then after that I did the sheep farm, which is quite an infamous little thing in this series, and then the pathways, which are all interconnecting and they all go and lead somewhere. So that's kind of what's in store for this video. It'll be a short video because I'm simply just touring my world. But that will do it for my first ever base in this world. This is my shed / lighthouse. Looks nice. I like how it came out. I like how the shed came out. It looks pretty it's a good mix of like Minecraft but not too realistic, you know, if you catch my drift. Like, it isn't the most detailed, but it's not bad. All right, it's not, you know. We continue up here. Ooh, and the sun's going down. We might have to take a little nap soon. We go through here. And then, this is, yeah. And then we go, and this is the wheat farm. This is like I said, it's the first thing I built after the shed. You can kind of hear that over there. I can't remember exactly when, what episode, or how, but this sheep farm has been unchanged since since it was completed, and it's a wheat farm. I know generally within the context of Minecraft, when you hear farm, you think automated, you think redstone, but this is just literally a farm. Like in the real world sense, this is just a farm. It is a plot of land that's treated, that's made to grow wheat that I harvest and replant. That's all this is. I did add later on, I guess some things did change. I added these little barrels. I love implementing barrels into builds because they just look like blocks almost. Here, let me show off something that wasn't in the last episode, because last episode we made this pathway here that goes down and leads all the way there to the lighthouse and those staircases, but off camera I added this. I kind of did some terraforming. I dug into the mountain. You go down here, and now you have access to the ship. Now I'm not gonna show off the ship just yet. I'm just gonna go to bed. We'll be back here soon after the tree and sheep. So don't look at anything. No, it's all the same though. But let's just get our fucking Z's in. All right. So let's see here. The next build to show off would be the tree farm. So ooh, look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Why are they so frozen? Anyways. So after the wheat farm was finished, I obviously needed wood to build everything that I wanted to build. And so I made a little tree farm. Once again, it's not automated. It's nothing redstone. It's just simply an area where I plant a bunch of trees. Another thing I mentioned last episode was the fountain that I didn't get to make on camera, but it's now built. I like this little right here. I like how it look. It's pretty simple though, but it looks nice. I think its positioning and where it is in the forest, I think it looks great. I think whoops, hold on. I think that looks a-okay. But yeah, this is kind of the farm that supplied to me all the wood I've used. I've spent a lot of time here is all I'll say. What the hell? Oh, I was like, is this tree has an audacity to grow here? No, it's a little light post. I was about to say, whoa. But yeah, that's about it for the tree farm. Oh, I did add, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I did add a barrel here too. Just kind of, one, because I wanted to add a trapdoor here and here, but this is one block, so the trapdoor would take up, like a trapdoor takes up a whole block of space, so you can't add two in the same block space. So I added a barrel instead. I'll take an apple. I'll take an apple and dump this stuff. This is not a apple. But if you continue on through the little garden, you can find a second little entrance / exit. You go through here. There's a little pathway. And it leads back to the main pathway. Kind of neat, huh? This is probably one of my favorite builds just because of, the kind of the aesthetic it gives off. I love the fully brick wall, or I guess stone wall. I like the stone wall. I like how it's spruce trees in here, and I like how orange the shroom lights are. Shroom lights are they're the GOAT. They're the MVP of the Scroogle Just builds, my world's builds, because it's the only light source block I have. I remember I had gone to the Nether in search for glowstone, and I found shroom lights and just called it a day. And then when I went to the ocean monuments, I didn't even think once of gathering or farming the fucking sea prism. So I'm stuck with shroom lights. But speaking of expeditions and going out to collect stuff, here's the sheep pen. Pretty normal little design. I have little barrels built in, as with all my little farms. Or I guess this wouldn't be a farm. You don't farm sheep. It's more like a ranch. But they got their little playthings. I think I can fit in here. Yeah, look. And then for some reason they love this corner. I don't know what is here. I don't know what they're doing here, but they love this corner. You got your little pond. I like this. I like how. Oopsies. I like how the logs are kind of integrated into the stone, into the land. I like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But for the sheep, that's basically it. Obviously, they have like a whole story to them. I went on a whole expedition looking for sheep. I found several sheep, and not one of them came back home. I got super lucky, and some sheep just spawned, not here exactly, but like more deeper into that way of the jungle. And so that's how I have sheep here now, but there's a whole wasted episode just looking for sheep and not obtaining a single one. But that's about it for all the little farm/ranch stuff. This is just the main 3 things that has been sustaining me and the builds. Now, this whole series has kind of, in a Minecraft series, you have goals, right? You either, the big goal is either going to the end, or maybe even fighting the Wither, or obtaining a diamond even. I don't know. That's kind of too easy. I don't think it's but usually have a goal. And for this series, the goal has always been finishing the ship. And now you guys have technically already seen it fully finished. Some things have been added, like these little ladders and stuff. But this is the final completed build of this world. Everything that I did here was amping up to creating this ship. And I have to say, I'm very happy with how it turned out, because, okay. As always, I have my co-star here. I'm recording during the day. Aye, mateys. I'm back. Yeah, my dog is awake and doing whatnot. Hopefully it picked up on the mic, because if not, then it's just gonna look like I paused the video for 0 reason. But yeah, my dog was barking. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, I was showing off the ship. This is the helm area. I'm really happy with everything, how everything turned out, Once again, I keep saying this. It's not like it's like an insane build that took me forever, but it was a little project, And so I like these little thingies in the corner. This is supposed to be the helm. This is my steering wheel, my compass, so I know where I'm going. And yeah, we're basically chilling, We got our little lanterns here. And then this is like supposed to be like a little place. I mean, obviously with the sails down, you really can't see anything. But this is meant to be like where you go to like really look ahead and see what's coming up in the horizon and whatnot. Then you go down here. And then you have the entrance of the captain's quarter. I don't know why I still have a torch here. I think I have them like hung up and stuff. But yeah, this is the entrance to the captain's quarter. Got some black stained glass. You guys have basically already seen this. It's not changed much. We have our paintings with the shroom light. Y'all thought the shroom light was absent. Nope, it is everywhere. Everywhere that I need some sort of light source, it is there. Besides lanterns are truly like. This is like the glue man. This is the glue guy for the builds, bro. Truly, lanterns are everywhere in my builds, because they're just awesome. I remember when they were released, and I thought to myself, like, this is actually the coolest block ever. Like, because torches they're always so ugly to me. Like, this makes no sense. How is it on the, like, I'm fucking up my wooden wall to put this shit up. But yeah, lanterns are cool. But this is my captain's quarter, another painting with shroom lights. Here's my bed. I killed like two squids outside to make these beds black. Because I wanted to match the fucking stained glass. I'm very much a matchy type person. I like matching the color. That's why this is black and red, because I have roses above my bed. But besides that, here's a little storage. Little desk. Little place where I can sit at. Yeah. But These are little like streams. These are decorative, yes, right? These little streams of water in the corner, but you can go down to the second floor, so, or bottom floor. I don't know. The hole. I don't know. I don't know how it's called, but we're not gonna go through that way because we're gonna go through the way that is intended. But I can also show off here. I do have a little crow's nest. Some light, you know, nothing crazy. It's honestly a better view than the lighthouse, which I mean, I think that would be expected, but it's nice. I like having really tall vantage points in Minecraft worlds because I just love like looking at everything. Like, doesn't that all just look like a little like, just like a little village, like a little town, and whatnot. But yeah, in cool little crow's nest. Though we continue all the way to the front of the ship, you find a little trapdoor. You can enter it, and boom, you're in the hole. And that's basically, you know, that's it for the builds in the world. Once I'm done showing this off, it's over. There's no more. But oh wait. Oh, I just realized an inconsistency. The water starts higher here than it does there. Well, it's gonna stay like that forever because it's literally the final episode. I will not be returning to this world to do anything. I guess people who watch this video will know this little quirk. But here's the hole. It's I spent a lot of time down here, mainly because I had to remove the water. But even just building this stuff, these little trimmings on the fucking roof, or the ceiling, I should say. They took me quite some time because, you know, I didn't even know what design I wanted to do to begin with, and then I had to go back up and down to like remove and look, and it was a whole thing. Same thing with these little platforms, but these little platforms came to me a little more naturally, so they weren't too bothersome. But you got your water, it's flowing underneath. You're basically going over a bridge when you go over this little thing, because there's water just flowing everywhere. Pretty cool. You go up here, and then here's a little center platform that has more storage because the storage up there just was not enough. And then stuff for the furnace. I haven't really used any of these because I literally had so many materials left over from all the builds I've just ever done that anything I wanted to do, I just could. I didn't have to like gather more resources or anything to do the finishing touches, but that's basically it. You walk through here and you see my pet bird. Now, I had asked in the last episode what we should name him, and I think I don't want to be one of those people that like blame statistical stuff on just like, you know, what's happening. But my last two Minecraft videos are like the worst performing videos like ever in my channel, maybe. I don't know, ever. Actually, I think it's ever. Or like bottom 3 easily. And I know there's a lot of stuff about like the whole AI, what is it, like restrictive mode or whatever, and videos, and just everyone is losing, you know, viewership and whatnot. And so it's understandable, but that also means that like the chance of someone answering my question of what should I name this little guy was just completely unanswered because it's just such little views. But I don't know. I'll name him Applebite. Name him after a Soundgarden song. How do you like that, Applebite? I don't know. He's green. Apples could be green. I don't know. But this is about it. You know, I added these little leaves, some tree trunks for him to have. He used to, Applebite over here, our little parrot. He used to live by the lighthouse. But I had to remove his little perch because it was in the way of my pathway. And so, as you can see here, like the little fountains that go up and down. So that's pretty cool. I like how they look within the context of down here. I think they look pretty cool. They look kind of like lasers, or they go upward like Star Trek. I don't know. I know nothing about Star Trek. But yeah, that's basically it for this tour. Hello, Birdie. I'll do the outro with him. So this has basically been the entire series, right? This whole boat, everything, what I'm sending in, this has essentially been the goal, and we've done it. I'm really happy and very pleased that I did finish this series, that I did build the boat, that I did record every episode that there was to record. You know, my main thing with this channel was always to at least finish it, you know, like even if it won't get off the ground too well, or if I'm not doing the best to like spread the word of my channel slash just kind of make the videos look more clickable, like even if I'm not doing that, and even if that will result in me not getting a lot of views or whatever, my main mission with this channel was to finish it, was to finish every series I had, was to finish, oh look at the little was to finish every series I had, to finish this world, and I did it. And so I am very happy. I'm very, you know, maybe not proud, because this isn't like I'm just playing games and recording it and then editing it. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't be too proud about that, but it's, you know, it's been fun. And I've learned a lot. I've truly learned a lot about editing, about the pacing of a video, about what I should be talking about. And I've just become comfortable with speaking in front of the microphone, just period. And so, you know, it's been nice. I've really enjoyed this series. It's gonna it's gonna be weird to say goodbye to the Doo Nuts channel, because that's all I've known. You know, I started this like damn near 10 months ago, right? Like sometime in November last year. And so, I don't know, man. It's just truly been a ride. And so, with that being said, you know, whoops, I accidentally activated something. But yeah, with that being said, that'll be all. I guess see ya.